Imagine, there is someone in your life right now who seems to be in a state of hesitation or perhaps even a bit distant. But what is coming is a remarkable transformation in the way he relates to you. Imagine that, until now, he may have been more reserved, perhaps even a bit enigmatic in his actions and the way he expresses himself. However, the scenario is about to change significantly. This individual, who until now may have seemed to keep his feelings to himself, is on the verge of entering a new phase where he will be more active and present in your life. We are not just talking about small changes, but a real and tangible effort that will become evident in his actions. The strength of this emerging energy is a clear indication that, although he may not be the type to easily share what he feels or openly demonstrate his intentions, his feelings for you are deep and true. It may be that he has not yet found the right way to express this, or perhaps he is struggling internally to understand and accept these feelings. But the essence is that behind this apparent calm or distance, there is a torrent of emotions that he feels for you, ready to be revealed. This is a reminder that people have their own emotional journeys and sometimes need time to open up and truly show what they feel. In this case, it seems that he is almost ready to take that step towards a deeper and more meaningful connection with you. He has a particular way of dealing with his emotions. It is not that he wants to be indifferent or distant. On the contrary, he values the authenticity of his feelings above all else. He prefers to be in complete harmony with what he feels before taking any action. This approach reflects a deep desire not to rush, not to force things before their time. He is the type who prefers a more cautious and considered pace, seeking absolute clarity about his feelings. This way of being shows a person who does not like to be pressured to express himself in a way that does not truly reflect what is in his heart. He does not want to be forced to say or do something simply because of external expectations or social pressure. He values the freedom to express his feelings and intentions in his own time, in a way that is genuine and true to him. In other words, he is someone who values authenticity and depth in his relationships. He wants to be sure that when he shares his feelings or makes a decision, it comes from a place of true understanding and acceptance of those feelings. This indicates a level of emotional maturity and a quest for meaningful connections, where time and space to grow and understand oneself are valued above haste or superficiality. So, it is clear that his feelings for you are intense, but he needs more time to process everything he feels. And when he finally feels ready, he does not hesitate to act. This is the direction things are heading. He is about to take an initiative. He tends to keep many of his feelings and thoughts to himself, but what really stands out here is how he sees you, as someone kind, caring, authentic, wonderful, and of great value. He holds a deep admiration for you that goes beyond the superficial, rooted in a sincere appreciation for the qualities that define you. It is not just about respect, it is an appreciation of your essence, your willpower, and your ability to pursue your dreams and goals with determination. He sees you as someone who, even in the face of obstacles and challenges, does not easily give up. Your ability to stay focused on your goals, without getting lost in excuses or justifications, is something that stands out to him clearly. His perception of you does not emerge from superficial observations, but from a deep understanding of your character and your journey. He recognizes that, like any person, you have your moments of frustration and discouragement, but that does not define who you are. What truly defines you in his eyes is your resilient capacity to always seek personal growth, to always try to overcome barriers, and to extract lessons from every lived experience. He admires the way you face life, with a proactive stance, always seeking improvements and solutions instead of settling for circumstances. This constant quest of yours to be a better person, to make the most of situations, to not only dream but act towards your dreams, is what truly impresses him. To him, you represent an example of determination and perseverance, someone who, despite the ups and downs, maintains a clear vision of your goals and does not hesitate to work hard to achieve them. He sees in you not only someone who desires success for themselves, but also someone who inspires those around them to seek their own versions of success and happiness. Your energy and determination are contagious, and it is this light that he admires and deeply respects. He truly adores you. He has faced his own battles, suffered his own losses, and gone through difficult moments. Amidst his adversities, he sees you as a safe harbor, someone who offers support and does not represent a threat of more pain. Somehow, your presence and character have contributed to his healing, as your positive energy and kindness have brought him a sense of well-being, happiness, and comfort instead of pain or harm. With you, he experienced a sense of relief, as if thinking, wow, what an incredible person, I really want to get to know you better. He desires to be closer to you, to feel more of your energy, which he considers incredible. Your kindness, sweetness, authenticity, and generosity are qualities that deeply attract him, making him feel strongly connected to you. He perceives something in you that is rare and special, something that is not easily found in other people. For him, finding someone as special and genuine as you is something to be valued. He wants to appreciate the fact that he has found a truly unique and authentic person in his life. In other words, he sees in you a light that illuminates his existence, a presence that enriches his life in a deep and meaningful way. He is aware of how precious it is to have someone like you around and wishes to value and cultivate this special connection. He sees you as extremely important and feels a strong urge to protect you. He wants to create a safe environment around you, like a protective bubble, not out of a desire to limit your freedom or control you, but driven by a genuine desire to care for and ensure your well-being. This feeling comes from a place of deep affection and concern, not from an intention of dominance or possession. He has a deep aversion to the idea of causing you any form of suffering or pain. On the contrary, what he nurtures for you is true love. Now, he is preparing, sincerely, to take a significant step, to reveal these intense feelings that he has kept secret until now. This demonstrates the depth of his commitment to you and how much he values the relationship. This desire for protection and the impulse to finally share his deepest feelings with you indicate a moment of great importance in his journey. He recognizes the magnitude of what he feels for you and is ready to act on this recognition. It is a gesture that speaks volumes about his character and the strength of the bond he feels with you. He is moving towards a space of vulnerability and openness, ready to express his love in a way that he hopes will further strengthen the connection between you. Until now, he has kept his deepest feelings secret, believing that it might be too soon to share what he feels for you. He thinks that expressing I feel this way about you or I see you this way might be rushed, as if there is a right time for such revelations, and that time has not yet come. This hesitation comes from a concern of not wanting to rush things, thinking, oh no, it is still too early, I can't do this now. However, he is approaching a point where he can no longer contain these feelings. He is ready to open up about what he feels for you, to share his desires and the understanding he has of you. He is prepared to express much more, to take the relationship to a new level of depth and meaning. This decision to open up comes with intense energy, driven by the desire to avoid any pain or hurt that may have arisen between you. This move towards emotional honesty reflects his care in not wanting to replicate any discomfort or misunderstanding that may have occurred. He wants to ensure that when he expresses his feelings, he does so in a way that strengthens the connection between you, avoiding past mistakes. In essence, he is preparing to take a courageous step, motivated by the hope of building something genuine and lasting with you, marked by transparency and mutual respect. He has kept his feelings hidden for a long time because he was afraid of acting impulsively or speaking without adequate reflection. He did not want to risk regretting later, feeling that he might have rushed or not thought through the consequences properly. This caution comes from a desire to be completely certain of his feelings, to want absolute surety before expressing himself, so as not to have to retract or acknowledge that his feelings were not as intense as he initially thought. He values time to deeply reflect on what he feels, to fully understand his emotions before sharing them. This cautious approach is an intrinsic part of who he is. He prefers to ponder and have clarity before opening up. This process of introspection and caution is a way to protect both himself and you from potential disappointments or unnecessary pain. Therefore, this delay in expressing what he feels does not come from a lack of interest or affection, but from a desire to ensure that when he finally shares his feelings, they are authentic, well-considered, and truly representative of what he believes and feels. He seeks to avoid haste to ensure that his emotional expression is as genuine and solid as possible, minimizing the chances of misunderstandings or future regrets. He has kept his feelings reserved, not out of a lack of interest or affection for you, but out of principle and deep respect. He understands the importance of being completely sure of his feelings before expressing them, as he believes you deserve nothing less than total sincerity and complete dedication, not mere words spoken in the heat of the moment without due consideration. He has a meticulous way of approaching things, reflecting deeply on his feelings and the place you hold in his life. For him, acknowledging that you are the best thing that ever happened in his life is a significant and profound revelation, something that requires time to be fully understood and accepted. He has never experienced such intense feelings for someone before. What you represent to him is unprecedented and exceeds anything he has felt for others in the past. This magnitude of feeling is sometimes frightening to him. He questions the normalcy of feeling something so strong, pondering the intensity and authenticity of these emotions. The idea that you are, in his own words, the best thing that ever happened in his life is something that impresses and impacts him deeply. It is an impressive realization that highlights not only the depth of what he feels for you, but also the seriousness with which he views this connection. He is faced with a powerful and transformative feeling, something that alters his perception of the world and redefines what it means to love for him. He often finds himself awake at night, reflecting on your presence, which exerts a strong physical and mental impact on him. There is an undeniable attraction that he feels for you, a magnetic force that transcends the purely physical and infiltrates his thoughts, keeping him awake as he contemplates your beauty and the vibrant energy you radiate. He is truly fascinated by you, with deep feelings and an intense attraction that leaves no room for doubt. He has gone through complicated love experiences in the past, faced disappointments and pains that left marks. The last thing he wants is to go through these sorrows again, which explains his cautious stance. However, his caution is not only out of fear of getting hurt, he also has a deep concern not to cause you any suffering. He wants to be completely sure of his feelings and fully understand his emotions before opening up, wishing to avoid any misunderstanding or pain that might arise from rushing. This careful and reflective approach, far from being a hindrance, reveals the seriousness with which he views the relationship between you. He seeks a clear and deep understanding of his feelings before expressing them, which, honestly, is a very responsible and respectful attitude. He understands the importance of building a solid foundation for any future you might have together, ensuring that when he finally shares his feelings, they are genuine and well-founded. He is mobilizing towards a decisive attitude regarding you, preparing to demonstrate his commitment and express his feelings in an open and direct manner. This represents a moment of great strength and determination. We are witnessing a significant transition phase, where he is committed to better understanding his emotions and adapting to these profound changes occurring within him. He is transforming, leaving behind the tendency to withhold his feelings and moving towards a more assertive and expressive stance. Before, he opted to keep his emotions and thoughts to himself, but now, he feels the need to open up, to advance, to verbalize what he feels instead of keeping it all to himself. He wants to act, speak, and be more for you, which demonstrates genuine commitment and considerable emotional intensity. If this description resonates with you, if it seems to reflect the situation you are going through, it is an invitation to recognize this truth and prepare for what is to come. His willingness to fight for a place by your side and express his feelings is a powerful indication of the value he sees in your connection. This change in attitude suggests a moment of revelation and sincerity, a step towards a more open and deep relationship.